Hi, this is Soman, and in this video I will show you some of the advanced feature that we have in Max Lead Pro Web Forms. So in order to demo this one, let's go to my Max Lead Pro account and go under Forms Generator, and we can work with the same form that last week or the last video where we demo how to create the form. So I put that form in a website called MunMedia, and you can see the same form exists here. Now today we are going to change that with different types of fields. Okay, we'll go in advance. So go to that form, and you can take out something from here. Let's see what we need. We don't we'll just collect email, name, phone, and let's add, okay, let's have everything, but we are going to also add a custom field, which is let's say a drop down. In this we can select the label, like what is the cause or reason for this drop down. So we can ask where did you find us? Now in the options are, maybe one option is, let's say, from TV. Okay, from TV commercial, maybe we can put that, or maybe just from TV ads. And now next one is, let's say, option 2 will be when it is, let's say we give it from Google search. Okay, maybe we can add the third option called from friend. Okay, maybe we can add a fourth option from Bing search. Okay, and this one we can make it as a required or not required, doesn't matter, but this is the information. This is another optional, which is you can have an additional text either above the text, the drop down, or below that. So you can select, let's say we will, this feature, okay, we can, for this particular, we'll say below, please select an option and save it. And you can see that this is what it is added. Now I am going to save this information. Now if I go back to this form, the website, and refresh it, I'm not doing anything fancy here, just refresh the screen. You can see that it automatically added everything here. So now if I have to enter all this information, I have to fill this one, say test user 1 at, say, maxleadpro.com, test user, let's say put a name or phone number, which is a dummy phone number I'll put. Okay, now here we can also select, let's say, from Bing search, and now we are going to submit this information. You see that it is now submitting that information. Once it is done, it is going here. So this page, we have to make sure that it is pretty much an iframe. Now if you don't want an iframe version of this page, I'll show you. See that you saw this one, that definitely that it is coming here, but you see that redirection always comes here within this, which is not really a good option, but I'll show you how to overcome that. Okay, so that's how, you know, it works. So now if I go back to our forms opt-in data, you should see that there are two informations already, just now here and this one. Now if I since I have selected to get the alert, which is, if you go back to the form designer and this is the second option, which is the action I have selected, that notify me when somebody opt in. So let me check my email and let's make sure that I'm getting the new email, and you can see that yes, I just received this email, that the test user information that I just filled is right here. As you can see here in this email, you have an option to click here to view the opt-in data. You can very well click this one and it will come, you will see this detailed page, which you can also go from this page as well, as I have shown you earlier, that you can go to the view and you can click on this view, which is for this one, let's say this information that I just got. Okay, so that's how you can go and get into the details. Now see how to improve this the opt-in data. Okay, so one thing we notice that if we are using this one as an iframe, the redirection always will be in this small area. If you have nice small page, yeah, you should be doing that, and you can say some thank you and all these things. But this page, the vThanks, is not really meant for this redirection. So in order to change it, we have to go and use the different form code. Now in this case we have without the iframe wrapper. So if you can copy this one and let's go and edit that page. So I will be going to this in the HTML file. Let's edit this one in a notepad. And search for, let's say that Max Lead Pro, because that's where the opt-in data, and instead of having this code here, I'll delete this and take the other code, which is this one. Let's copy this one and go and paste it here and save it. Now once I save this information, I have to move this one to the server. So let's use, because it is running from a different server, so let me move this one here. As you can see, yes, let's overwrite this file, and now it is ready to go. I can go ahead here, refresh the form, okay, just to make sure that it is truly refreshing, and this is which is the new form. Now this looks a little bit different, but you can see this one because of the CSS format, because it's now part of the screen, and because of some of the CSS that is here, we actually are getting override. So definitely we have to modify the CSS style to make sure that it is matching properly. But the good thing about this one is that we can put all this information. Let's put this information. So test user says 002, okay, at maxleadpro.com. Let's put all the information here. Let's say put the phone number. So address is, let's say, 102 Main Street. And let's say this is from the Google search, and submit. As you can see that once it is submitted, it is taking it outside the, you can see that it is actually worked and it took you outside, so it's not within the iframe. But as you see there, you know, when you're using the div version or the non-iframe version, the style of the form will go along with the web page. So you have to make sure that the style sheet of the page is working with this. So all the style sheet that is here, you have to make sure they are edited properly to make it proper, right? Okay, So now let's go back so that I can let me switch back for this demo purpose to the iframe so that we see it a better way. Okay, so let's go back, and I'm going to edit this one again with Notepad and copy the iframe version of this code here. Let me go back to the iframe version, copy this code and switch it back to iframe and save it. Now I am going to move this file to the server using FileZilla. It is asking to override. I'll say okay, go ahead and override. So it is copied. Now if I refresh this page, and you should see that the form is again back to iframe, and every style is now getting it from Max Lead Pro instead of using the style sheet of this page. Alright, so this is how you can use these two different types of ways to get this one. Our recommendation is always use the iframe for various reasons. One is definitely the CSS as you just experienced, and the other one is the security, because we are using HTTPS for the forms, so definitely that is more secure. So that's why we and all the submit, when you submit the form, it goes with secure channel. So if you have some sensitive information like email address, you should always go through the SSL channel, secure. So now let's go to the other topic that I wanted to also discuss. Let's assume that you are sending a link to this page, which is, let's say, your website, and you want them to fill this form, but imagine that the person is already in your CRM. That means you already know his name, you know his phone number, his email address, everything you know already. Okay, so and then you are sending this particular form to them. So instead of filling all these things manually, we want to pre-populate this one for them. So this is how you should be able to do this. In order to do that, we have to have the different query string. Let me show you what that means. Okay, let me close all these things, and we will go to the editor, and we'll go directly to the publish. Now as you can see here, this is the form. This is the form that you have. What we suggest is that if you are sending this information, you can create a query string, like, because these are the different things that you already have. As you might have noticed that address 2 is not there in that list because you haven't selected it. But if you select this, address 2 will come here. Let's assume that you have not selected the country, let's say the state and the zip code and other. And if you save this information right now, what will happen is in that drop down you'll be getting only 6 values instead of like state, country won't be there anymore. So let's save this information, and let's go to the publish, and you can see here you have only the options that you know only the fields that is there in your selection. Now let's add this one. Select the email and add to the URL. You can see that it is automatically added this one. Now you can add name. Let's add this one. I will go and add phone. I'll go ahead and add address 1. I'll go ahead and city and the zip code. Now all these things are added. This is the query string. If I have to send this information, let's copy this, the whole thing I'll copy, and I am going to now utilize it for marketing purpose. So let's go and send a message, a group message. So I'll be putting, let's say, before okay, let's go. Before going there, I wanted to make sure that I have at least one contact which is where I can send it, so that this will automatically be pre-populated. So let's go to my contact and let's search for, and I see I have information here. So let's put this email address for this demo. I'll go ahead and send a group message. I'll say before I do that, let me make sure that I start the Google, so that I will get the notification as well. So let's start that, and we will just wait there until. So let's put that. So I'll put the first name here. If I first name, I wanted to make sure that I'm putting the right. Please enter your information. Okay, so I'll be putting this, and I will be copying a link here. Okay, please click here and enter the information, and I'll be putting the link. Now in order to add the link, I'll go to the source, and here what I will be doing is I'll put an anchor bracket. You can actually use the editor as well, but I'm more familiar with this anchor. I'll say href equals, and here I'll be pasting that URL. Okay, and also I'll make sure that I am closing the anchor bracket and pasting the URL one more time. And now let's go back to this mode. You can see this is the email I'll be getting, and here is the link to that email. Alright, thanks, and I'll say my name here. Let's press shift and enter so that I'll be into the next line. So I'll say hi first name. Let's put this way. Hi first name, okay, and say please click here this information. Okay, and now let me put my email address, and let's say save and send. Now see, the magic will happen right here. So you can see that the URL that I submitted has all the variables here, and because these variables are mapped with the CRM fields, it will automatically get those information and send the link to the person I'm sending. I'm not doing anything. So if you have those contacts in a group, there are all the people that in the group, they will have customized first name and all this information. So when they go to opt-in page on your form, the field will be already pre-populated. That's the beauty. So let's say send this information. Now once I will receive that email, you will see that I will be having a customized version of the link, and when I click on that, the form will be pre-populated with all those information, and that means the person will have more chance of, see, I just got the information, and let's open this in the Google. You will see what that means. Now you can see that it is the link with all this information. So the email, so email field doesn't looks right because that, okay, and you can see this one. This is the link right now. So if I click on this, what happened? You see what happened. It pre-populated everything. Okay, one field didn't come because of some reason that email is not mapped to the right email, which is why it didn't go there. But that's the only one information that I have to fill, and then that's it. So if you are having, let's say, hundreds of users in a group, those users will have, when you send this kind of link to the form, the form will be pre-populated with this information. If you have any question, please feel free to use the contact us page, and we'll definitely help you. Thank you.